Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. So right now, President Joe Biden is saying that he does not plan to veto a bipartisan infrastructure bill if it comes without a reconciliation package. So everyone, here's your daily news report and fourth stimulus check update. In this morning's video, I will be discussing why economists are concerned about Social Security payments. The two winners of this week's $75 Amazon gift card giveaway are Karen Carbone and Kathy Tamayo. Congratulations to both of you. Next Friday night, I will be announcing more winners of the Amazon gift cards. Please enter my giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and please remember to leave a comment below. Thank you so much, everyone. The White House have been scrambling to put Joe Biden's bipartisan infrastructure deal back on track after Republican senators balked at his surprise demand to pair the nearly $1 trillion plan with an even bigger investment package covering progressive policy priorities. President Joe Biden said in a statement that he does not plan to veto a bipartisan infrastructure bill if it comes without a reconciliation package, walking back a declaration last week that he would refuse to sign it unless the two bills were included. The comment angered some Republican lawmakers, including Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, who said the president was threatening to veto the bipartisan deal, in remarks on the Senate floor on Thursday. President Biden had stated that statement understandably upset some Republicans who do not see the two plans as linked. My comments also created the impression that I was issuing a veto threat on the very plan I just had agreed to, which was certainly not my intent. A bipartisan group of lawmakers closed a deal on an infrastructure initiative Thursday, following weeks of negotiations to craft a package that could get through Congress without Republican and Democratic support. The framework will include $579 billion in new spending to improve the country's roads, bridges, and broadband. Then the second bill would include funding for Democrat-backed issues like climate change, child care, health care, and education, issues that the administration officials have called human infrastructure. It would be passed through a Senate process called reconciliation, which does not require any Republican votes. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the House of Representatives would not take up either piece of legislation until both are passed through the Senate. Democrats cannot lose a single vote on a reconciliation bill in the evenly split chamber. President Biden said he will ask Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer to schedule the infrastructure plan and the reconciliation bill for action in the Senate and expects them both to go to the House. President Biden had told reporters, "Ultimately, I am confident that Congress will get both to my desk so I can sign each bill promptly." Now, although President Biden initially showed support for the $10,000 of undergraduate or graduate student debt relief for every year of national community service, up to 5 years, and $50,000 student debt forgiveness is expected to be left out of Biden's legislative agenda. President Biden has released his fiscal year 2022 budget request to Congress. That is the first formal budget of his presidency and a sharp departure from his predecessor. President Biden's budget incorporates his two signature domestic proposals, the American Families Plan and the American Jobs Plan, neither of which has been seriously debated by Congress yet. It also illustrates how different Biden's priorities are from our former president. For example, it requests an increase of 41% for the Department of Education over the last year, plus 23% more for the Department of Health and Human Services, and 22% more for the Environmental Protection Agency. The top-line budget request for 2022 is $6 trillion, but of this, only $300 billion is new spending requested for next year. Instead, as in every presidential budget, the vast majority of the money in it will be spent on programs the government is obligated by law to fund, such as Medicare, Social Security, and interest on the national debt. The future of Social Security remains uncertain, forcing people to ask questions like, will Social Security run out? According to the 2020 annual report from the Board of Trustees of the Federal Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund and Federal Disability Insurance Trust Fund, Social Security's income is expected to exceed its expenses this year. The report projects that reserves will be fully depleted by the year 2035, and annual taxes are expected to cover only about 3/4 of the benefits each year after that. Part of the problem can be attributed to a smaller working age population and an increase in the number of retirees. By the year 2035, the number of Americans 65 and older will increase to more than 78 million from about 56 million today. And as a result, more people will be taking money out of the Social Security system, but there will be fewer people paying into it. That does not mean that the program will run out of money entirely, though. Payroll taxes are expected to cover about 76% of scheduled benefits. But if the 21% funding gap isn't filled, retirees could get lower Social Security payments, or workers might need to pay more into the system. And if no changes are made, this is what the Social Security could look like in the future. Thank you everyone for watching my video today. I hope you found this video helpful. Please enter the $75 Amazon gift card giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, share and like this video, and please remember to leave a comment below. Thank you so much everyone, and have a wonderful and blessed Sunday morning.
Thank you. We know that the Senate's come up with this bipartisan infrastructure plan, but now Speaker Pelosi...
Deal, no deal.
Deal, no deal. So, but they're saying now that it's going to be a two-track negotiation. It's a bipartisan and a budget reconciliation. What are your members saying about the fact that, yeah, they want a bipartisan package, but then there's going to be more money later on as a guarantee to make sure that both of those happen?
I think my members think they need a chiropractor because they got whiplash after watching the president yesterday say there was a deal, then say there was no deal, and say you can't have a deal of $1 trillion on infrastructure, but you got to vote for $5 trillion the same time too, and you got to raise taxes on everybody, and you've got to have a Green New Deal. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to pass, and I think they killed any opportunity. I think it was disingenuous in every shape or form. Manu, how are you? All right, I wrote down what I think your question is. Let me see if I get it
Well, I
right.
wanted to follow up with the select committee, because last month you did say that you'd be willing to testify before an outside commission. Now that there is a select committee, would you be open to talk about your conversation with Donald Trump to a select committee?
Well, I don't know that there is a select committee. The speaker's never talked to me about it. She hasn't set the scope. She didn't tell me about it. I haven't seen anything, so I don't know what it is. I haven't seen anything voted on. I'll wait till I review what that is. The question that you're referring to asked if I would talk to you about it. I have no problem talking to anybody about it. I don't know what the conversations that day would matter as that's going on. What I think would really matter, especially if you read the report that bipartisan in the Senate has already done from 2 committees, it's the lack of taking knowledge that they had prior. And what did they do with that? That's what's caused a lot of the damage to this Capitol. That they had knowledge ahead of time. If the people in the parking structure knew, why didn't the